Hey everybody, Superfluous Jay here, playing more for Factorio for beginners, and we're making a ton of stone furnaces because we are upping our stone furnace production. We are, I think I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna put all of this down, and I'm gonna put the blueprints down, and I'm just gonna plop as many as I can make. Which is, I think I made 25. I have a bunch of junk in my inventory, yeah, so I'm just going to plop down as many of these as I can when I'm not standing on them. And then I'll put the inserters in that'll take care of them. And then we'll see how that does for our stone brick production. We're making walls down for military science. I think I'm going to cheat here and grab some stone off here just so I can make another stone furnace, because I hate to have on one side but not the other. And let's see. Yeah, we got plenty of these. We just started making better electric poles, but I'm going to keep using these wooden ones until we run out up here, because they're just as good. It's just steel ones are easier to come by because you don't have to chop down trees to make them. So if I have them in my inventory, I'm gonna keep using. I placed one here even though I didn't go, so I replaced it with a ghost is what I just did there. But there's nothing wrong with wooden power poles. I just the steel ones are better as a long-term investment. So let's get these going. Fun. I could probably also think about upgrading my stone mining. Because we're not really mining as much stone as we should to produce this many walls. So I think I'm going to head over here. Yeah, we're overproducing coal, but that's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and oh, we're almost to stronger explosive. I think I'm gonna hold off throwing grenades until we've researched it, because we're like right there. So let's just chill out here. Tell you what, while we're waiting, let's look at the map and see how we're doing as far as spiders are concerned. These spiders are getting a little close to our pollution cloud, so we might want to run down there and take them out. But I wouldn't mind doing that while showing off some sort of new combat mechanic. There we go. There's our better explosives. So now when I throw a grenade, it should just destroy the trees, which is a huge upgrade. It's a minor upgrade to the amount of damage, but it's a huge upgrade to the savings that you get on your grenade usage, because I've cut my grenade usage by half now when it comes to destroying trees. It makes it a lot easier to justify just throwing a grenade at a single tree in order to take it out. That's for sure. Okay, let's go ahead and just cover this entire patch. I am going to have to come out here for this side, so I might as well come out here for both sides. And I'm just placing all the miners I can to cover this patch. Now, I can't put a miner there, but I can put one here. And I can put one there, so I think I'm going to do it. So there you go. 3 lines of miners, and there's really no reason to keep it like this, but I like to... There you go. So he's going under, he's coming back up, he's going under, he's coming back up, and then we can follow that line like that. And then we can do the same thing here. He's going under, back up. And then that's it. Oops. And then we're only really ever going to use one line worth. So we can merge these together and do a output a fish filter on that, and then do the same thing here. And then we'll put the fish filter on the left on this guy. And I'll put a belt there just to get this stuff off, because stuff came through before the fish filter was in place. So I just put a belt there to get it on the line, so it's running. And then we need to power these guys up. Oops, I was in the way. And now everybody's powered. Now we got to do the belts that I didn't place in between the undergrounds, which I screwed that one up, but fixed it. And done. Everybody's mining, except for these guys on the end here. Some of these ones on the end aren't mining because they don't have any more resources to mine. That includes you, and I think actually it looks like this entire line here. Yeah, none of these guys. See, these guys up here say that it has 9.6k of stone. This guy has none. This guy has none. This guy has none. All the ones that aren't moving, basically, we can look at and say he doesn't have any more stone. Some of the ones that aren't moving are because they're being blocked by the stone coming out otherwise. Not a big deal. It just means that the line's full, which is what we want. We want the line to be full. And because I've taken away all the miners, I can actually take away these belts in this thing, just kind of reclaim them for my own personal use, which is never a bad thing. But the engine is almost done, which is awesome, and the engine's going to take a little while to talk about. So I'm actually going to queue up some more research. We're gonna queue up these ones that we don't need to talk about really. Weapon shooting speed, physical projectile damage. I can't do stronger explosives 3 because it takes blue science, which we haven't even talked about yet. But then after that, I'm gonna throw combat robotics on there because that's how we're gonna deal with the next biters that we go out and fight. Is we're gonna have some combat robotics on our side just to show you what it looks like. I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest, as a generic thing, but it's nice to look at new things. Maybe you'll like them more than I do. Let's go ahead and just throw some more bricks down over here. And you know what? I think I'm going to start running bricks down the main factory floor as we go here. There we go. There's all our bricks. And now I'm not storing bricks anywhere else in a box. So we're gonna need to deal with that when the time comes. But that's fine. Okay. Engines are huge. Engines actually are going to get put on the belt because you need a lot of them. Engines, though, require we can't make them ourselves. We have to make them in a factory. They also require pipes, which I am not going to put on the belt. Pipes, even though you need a lot of them, they're exactly the same as iron. If you look here, a pipe, one iron plate makes one pipe, so you might as well make them on site. There's no reason not to make them on site. But anyway, that's black science, whatever you call it, military science, and then now we can start making things to put on the bus, kind of like we did up here. If you look, like up here, we're making these things. We're never going to use them. We're just making them to put on the bus. Same thing with engines. These here we're making to collect. These things here we're making to collect and put into green science. These as well. These here, this is our mall. This is our black science. Now we're going to have another set of things that go on the bus, and we're starting with engines in that. So what we need here is we need steel, we need iron, and we need 2 pipes. To make 2 pipes, you need 2 iron plates. So we need 2 iron plates, 1 steel, and 1 gear wheel for every engine we make. So we're going to do something, and also that also compresses all those items, those 4 items, the 2 iron plates, the gear wheel, and the steel plate, into a single engine. So much like gears up here, we want our stuff on the outside lane and then stuff it in and then put it on a middle lane on the inside. So what we're going to want to do here is, we need our spacers. Always need to space things out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here's our first line. And we want 2 lines because we want a line of iron and we want a line of steel and gears. So the line of iron is going to be the inside line. So we can use him quickly. And we know how to do a line of iron because we always do them. Let's go ahead and copy. This is a bad one. I just hit 1 to cancel. There's various ways you can cancel. It doesn't really matter how you do it. You can hit 1. You can hit, I think escape will work. You can hit Q. Anything that would normally bring up another item will cancel a copy paste. It'll also cancel a Q. Like if you do Q and then I hit 2, that'll cancel that. If the thing you want is on there, if you hit the number again, it cancels it as well, which is convenient. So we want to send more iron down here. And we're we're out of underground belts, so let's run up here and grab some more. And while we're up here, we might as well fill up on regular belts as well. Oops, can't reach the undergrounds. There we go. So where were we left off? Right here. There's our iron. Now, like before, we need, I don't actually remember what makes it, steel and gear wheels. We're going to have trouble getting these things. See, here's our steel. Let's just bring it all the way down. And then gear wheels are, oh, right next to it. So actually, we can do the same thing we did here. We can actually copy this. And I'm going to hit escape. Because we're going to want to paste it. Looks like we can actually do it right side by side. So let's go ahead and do it. Control V. We're going to paste it right there. So we're going to have steel coming down this way. It's going to split. Go this way. And then we're going to have gear wheels. Okay, we need to run gear wheels underground to get around him. And then underground again to get around him. And then now we're going to have gear wheels coming on here, and we're going to have to run them underground eventually to get around him, so we might as well do it now. Then we're going to run regular belts down to the point where we're at our line of undergrounds, and then we've got that. And then boom, now we can make engines. First, we need to make pipes. And what we want to do here is we want to make pipes in a regular assembler, which matches up with this. Is that correct? That looks correct, yeah. So we want to make pipes in a regular assembler. And they take one iron plate, so this is enough to feed that, the one iron plate. But then we want to spit those pipes out onto a line up here, so that we can feed them into the engine factories. Now, engine factories take 10 seconds. He could make a pipe every half second or 2 pipes every second. So this one pipe thing can feed 10 of these. So let's start by making 10 of these factories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this one pipe factory should be able to feed all of these engine factories. And also recall that these factories run at half speed, but as long as they're all the same factory, it's the same ratio. All we care about is the ratio here. Also, I'm going to cancel. I'm going to take. Oops! I'm going to take wooden power poles off here, and I'm going to put the medium electric poles here because I want to start using them. Because, like I showed up here, they're much better. They're easier to use. They give you more bang for your buck. So I'm going to do that. They've also got longer wire between them, but that doesn't matter in this case because the wooden electric poles would have been fine for that. They also allow me to put a single power pole between these lines to get these things powered. So he's making his pipes, and he's making them at exactly the same speed that this guy's putting them in. So we can just run this pipeline like this, and then run this line like this. And then all we got to do is stuff things in. We've got pipes and regulars. And I'm just having fun with the with where I put things. Doesn't really matter how you run your inserters, but that'll make those. And these things take so long to run and generate things. You'll see here that the amount of time it takes to put stuff in them is not an issue at all. So now I'm putting inserters here to take out of these guys, and then we're going to run a line like this. And then we can repeat this on the other side to put engines on the other side, including the output lines. Now, obviously, we are not using enough of these resources to justify pulling stuff in from other sides. So what we can do here is we can run, we can take this and split it off this way, do an underground here, and then split this off this way. And then these guys can do this. And he can come under here, like that. And then now we're utilizing the fact that we already have this stuff pulled off of the main bus, so we can pull it down here. And I just realized don't actually need the iron past this point. What I need is pipes, and I'm starting to wonder if I did the math wrong on the pipes, but I'll check that out in a minute. Because these guys are making stuff. He's making stuff. Yeah, we're almost at the point where the pipes have made it all the way to the end, so we should be good as far as that's concerned. So it looks like I did do this correctly. So we want pipes here. Now we want to do this whole thing. To bring these guys down, we need to power them. We need to put iron into here. We need to take pipes out of here. And then we need to do the entire thing we did up there, but we need to actually say that these are making engines. Because the reason I'm doing this with making so many of these is because they're necessary. You make a lot of engines. This is a game about automation, so it shouldn't be surprising that if you need to make engines, you need to make a lot of them. But then engines, for the first time in quite a while, we're putting something back out on the bus. And I don't remember where I want them. It looks like I want them actually in here. On the second line right here. That's where I want to put engines. So I'm going to spit these guys back out here, right to there. And we're going to continue the bus down like that. But that is probably a pretty good place to stop it right now. We've got pipes coming down the line. We're using those pipes to make engines. We are stuffing things full. The one thing I don't know for a fact is I think I'm going to replace these with blue inserters. Because I think that while we're really close to fully utilizing the speed of this factory, I don't think we actually are, unless this is a blue arm. Because the other ones don't quite do 2 insertions every second. So that might be why these last couple factories aren't actually running. Because even though it looks like he's spitting out pipes fast enough, he's not actually doing it. So now he's making pipes. As soon as he's done making a pipe, he can make another one right away, which is good for our production. And it looks like these guys are running, so they are making engines. They're not spitting them out because I'm a moron and I didn't put the inserters here to take stuff out of these factories. Yeah, and he actually got to the point where the pipes have made it to the end. And here the pipes are at this guy, so he's almost to the point. He's letting pipes by so he can grab them. So now, pretty soon, this guy, yeah, he's making engines now too. So we got full production out of this line, which is nice to have. We're making bullet damage, which is never a bad thing, and that's where I'm going to leave it. I think it doesn't look like it because we're not really producing very much. Let's actually check our power as well. Oh, power! I didn't even notice that. Did you notice that? Our power's low. Time to double our power again. You know what? I think I'm going to do that now. Not in between episodes, but I'm going to do it now. I'm going to make 5 more of these. So I need 5 of these. I need 10 of these. 5 boilers. 10 steam engines and 5 burner inserters. So let's go ahead and make those now. We have 2 burner inserters, so I'm going to make 3 more. We need 5 of these. So we made 2. We need stone. So let's run up here and grab some stone. Actually, stone on the bus? Stone is on the bus. Not quite, but it's kind of on the bus. Let's grab a bunch of stone. Then I can make, I've already made 2, so I need 1, 2, 3 more. And then I'm going to need 20 of these. And these need pipes. So to keep me, see, I had to make pipes for the other things. So I know that I don't have any in my inventory. I'm going to run down here and grab a bunch of pipes just so I don't have to craft them while I'm crafting the steam engines. So I'm going to right click and craft 5, 2, 3, 4. That was 20 total. So now I should have enough ingredients in my inventory to make all those the stuff to double my power production. Yeah, I added a lot of factories to my production, and I added more miners up there on stone and stuff. So it's not surprising that we're at the point now where we're making more stuff than we have power to power. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to Control C to copy this entire line here, and I'm just going to paste it right there. And then we're going to run the belt. I'm going to get the inserters going. We're going to get the boilers going. We're going to get the pipes in between them. We are going to not use this, and I can't run between any of these things. I can run between these guys, I guess, which is nice. And I screwed this up. What did I screw up? That kind of sucks. I screwed it up. Okay, let's start over. Yeah, I guess it's because I have 5, right? Because 5 is an odd number. So actually what I want to do is I want to copy this and go 1, 2, 3, and then not have these. That's what I want to do. There we go. Now we have the right things. So let's go ahead and put the burner miners down. Let's put the boilers down. Let's put the pipes down between them. Okay, we can walk through these, which is nice. And then we can put these down now, and I put that one too high. Okay, and then we need power, which I'll keep using these wooden power poles because they're doing the job. But now, I wonder, can I run? Yes, they fixed that. They said they were gonna make it so you could run between steam engines, and they did. That's a new change to the game. So now we've just doubled our power. So now we have plenty of power for what we're doing, which is nice. Which of course means we're probably going to start producing more pollution, which means we're going to start getting to these guys quicker. So I think I'm going to go in here and can I click and drag? Of course I can't. I'm going to. Here's a trick. I want to do combat robotics faster, so I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to click on it so it's selected. Then I'm going to cancel it, and then I'm going to start research on it. That puts it at the end of the queue. So now combat robotics is a little bit faster along. In my research. So it'll be the next thing I research so that we can go out and use combat robotics on those biter bases out there. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I remember I made 8 labs and I never put them down. So I'm going to do that next. And then we're going to reassess our situation here. A lot of times you need to step back for a minute and think about what you're producing, how fast you're producing things, and do you have any bottlenecks stopping you from producing things. And right now the bottleneck is that these trees are blocking my way. But after that, the bottleneck is we are researching as fast as we can. We have a backup of all of our research, of all of our lines of science stuff. So we need to put more labs down so that we can actually utilize those science packs we're making. So I'm just going to continue this. I'm pretty sure we can do 4 lines of these, and then we should probably stop and start expanding science this way next time. But for now, this will get the job done. And I put these power poles up too high, So let's bring them down so they can power those inserters there. And then now they're passing along so that these guys don't have the things in them because he keeps taking them out. But as soon as those get full, then these guys are going to pass here, and now we have double the labs researching stuff. So we're going to be going a lot faster, and we could probably double that one more time. But we'll do that later. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I definitely enjoyed playing it. I'm not HMV. I'm Superfluous J, and I will, as always, talk at you later.